It can be stressful when we have to chair a conference call. The biggest challenge with a conference call is that you can't see everyone on the call. We spend a lot of time using nonverbal cues, such as raising our hand if we have a question, gesturing when we are speaking, or nodding our heads or shaking our heads. Well, we can't do any of that when we're on a conference call. You have to be a little more forceful and show some leadership when you're chairing a conference call. So the first thing that you want to do is join on time and say hello to each person who joins the call. This might seem like a needless formality, just saying hello to people, but what you're really doing is making sure that the people on the call can hear you. It's better to find out right at the start of the call that people are having technical difficulties. So an example of this would be, "Oh, hi, I see Jane has joined the call. Hi, Jane, how are you today?" It's important to ask a question so that they're prompted to actually answer. You don't just say, "Hi, Jane." You'd say, "Hi, Jane, how are you?" So you can say, "Hi, Jane, how are you today?" Or, "Hi, Jane, can you hear me?" In other words, prompt them to actually answer you. If you're presenting a slide deck or giving a walkthrough on the computer, then you'll be sharing your screen with the other people on the call. This is called screen sharing. When you do this, tell them that you're sharing your screen and ask everyone on the call if they can see your screen. Again, it seems like a formality, but this will become second nature over time. So an example of this would be, "Okay, everyone, I'm going to share my screen to show the new system features. There we go. You should see it in a second or two. Can you let me know that you can see my screen?" Now, a big mistake that people sometimes make on conference calls happens when a presenter asks a question to the group. So if you actually need an answer or want feedback, don't ask the group all at once. So an example of a poor way to do this would be the following. "Okay, so that's my presentation. Does anyone have any questions?" That's not going to work. Most of the time you'll get silence on the other end. Now, why is this? The reason is that people don't want to be rude. So in fact, if you're not shy or if you're not sure, people would rather not learn something than risk being embarrassed or look foolish. So they'll just stay quiet on the call. So you don't want two or more people trying to talk at the same time, and people won't risk it. Remember, no one can see each other on the call, so no one is sure who's going to go first. Okay, so here's a better way to ask for questions on a conference call. Let's say we have 3 cities dialing in for the call. We have New York, San Francisco, and Dallas. They each have a speakerphone and a room full of people, and I'm chairing the meeting. So here's an example of getting people to speak. "Okay, so that's my presentation. Now I'd like to open up the call for questions. Let's start with the New York office. New York, do you have any questions or comments at this time?" Okay, so see what I did there? I prompted New York for a question, but even if they don't have any questions, I still asked them to answer me. I'm prompting the New York office to come off of mute and respond, even if the response is, "No questions here." Then I go to the Dallas office next. So for example, "Okay, thanks, New York. Let's go to Dallas next. Dallas office, any questions or concerns?" I'll be exploring many more tips and ideas for public speaking, training, and facilitation on my channel. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching.